We have to be careful not to hide ourselves from our true potential. Oftentimes, we choose relationships of co-grouping, and we co-group with people who have the same sort of either traumas, difficulties, or coping mechanisms, or value sets. So it is important to analyze from an objective standpoint why you got together with this person. What is it that really connects you and bonds you together? And whether or not that's healthy. What is it that your soul came here to do? Look at the whole totality of your life and imagine the best life you could imagine for yourself from your heart space. Now, I'm not talking about materialism, okay? I'm not saying imagine a mansion and having your own private jet. These are insignificant things. If you really want to understand how to have a life of meaning and great value, what you have to do is go through an analyzation process to understand if this person that you're committed to is actually in your best interest to be and stay committed to. So you really want to look at what value comes from this relationship in my life. Is it a value of finance? Is it a value of sex? Is it a value of the way they make you feel? Maybe they come with certain friends. Maybe they come with material. Really trying to understand what it is that bonds the two of you together is the first step. What it is that feels really right about this relationship and what it is that feels really wrong about this relationship. Are they arguing with you all the time? Are they competing with you? Are they dominant? Do they have terrible habits that make you fall into bad habits yourself? Or are they uplifting you? Are they teaching you things? Are they sharing with you the things that they're learning about themselves and their growth journey? Are they helping you feel confident for you to take your own growth journey and for you to know what's valuable about yourself? These are different ways of looking at how to analyze this situation. Let's just look at that bigger picture for a moment and have you really understand what it is that feels inside of your heart and soul that you came here to do. Maybe you don't know that in all ways yet, but you might feel a gentle tug. And that tug might be there saying, hey, this isn't the right person for you. If you feel that tug, then ask, what is it? Ask your body to give you the information. What is not right? Write all that down on a piece of paper. If your body is saying, no, this person is the right person, write all of that down on a piece of paper. And look at those two different columns. And then I would like you to analyze what you feel at different stages in your life you would like to experience. Maybe you got together with this person when you were in your 20s, and this person reflected a part of your life that you were in. But maybe now you're in your 50s, and this person has been wreaking havoc in your life, and you can't figure out what your life means to you because your life has become so difficult to even live. So it's important to analyze at different stages of your living what it is that you feel you would like to be living. Maybe if you're in your 50s, you project out, how would I like to feel when I'm 60, when I'm 70, when I'm 80? How would I like to be treated? How would I like that environment to look? Will it look safe? Will it look friendly? Will it look cooperative? Or does it look competitive? Does it look difficult? Do I have to stay perpetually youthful? This will help you analyze whether the characteristics that this person is bringing you make sense for you as you age, as you grow, and as you spiritually and physically mature. If the answer is no, this person won't be good for that process, then it's okay to accept that knowledge and that truth and to say thank you. Thank you to your soul. Thank you to your body. Thank you to God for opening up that information to you, because this is an opening for you to have a whole new ability to take you to the next level of learning and experience. Another thing to process is whether or not this relationship has already taught you the things that you feel you needed to learn. Let's take, for instance, that you started dating someone, and that experience made you feel like maybe one of your parents made you feel. Maybe you have a father who never showed you approval. He never gave you what you needed to feel valid and secure. And so the first relationship you enter did the same thing to you. This person made you feel invalid and insecure and have to fight for everything that you needed. If you're in a situation like that, it's important to pay attention to how this person matched your wounding from your childhood and close that gap. Do the processing work to heal that childhood gap so that another person that matches that wounding pattern does not come along again. There is a built-in mechanism into how the intelligence around us works that will keep bringing us the same thing that needs to be healed within ourselves until we realize that that's what's communicating to us, is this field within us that's trying to be healed. And so until you kind of wake up and go, oh wow, there's a mirroring happening here. I have a wound inside and I've attracted somebody who's stoking those wounds. Now, once you realize that, it's important to analyze this process and analyze what that wounding was about. How was God using this person to really awaken you in a way that will help you to understand what your pain is inside, what your trauma is that might need to be healed, what invalidation you feel or insecurity you feel, or whatever that wounding is, to learn to communicate with it, to learn to understand what it has to tell you about your pain and suffering, so that you can take ownership over that pain and suffering. And then you can move into the next stage of relationship, a whole new person, very different, very changed, and not looking for the same dynamics you once were. It's important to analyze whether or not this partner that you're with is just repeating the same mistakes that you've already learned. Maybe you're a person who's in a relationship with somebody and you're getting frustrated over and over and over again because it feels like you keep repeating the same mistakes with this person and they're not learning, but you keep seeing it over and over and over again. This is a wake-up call because something's not happening in that person that's happening in you. You're realizing and you're stuck in a growth pattern, but this person is not. So you have an option to go to this person and help awaken them to what they're not realizing. But if they refuse that process, then you have to go autonomously into considering what's best for yourself. And this is important to do because if you don't do this, not only will you fall into a pit, but they will too. And their clinging to you and needing it to be you will destroy both of you spiritually, because we came here to evolve and grow no matter how difficult the task is or how much pain and suffering it causes. And to hide and to use one another as a shield to hide from the growth and the truth of life that's just here to give us the best options and outcomes is really robbing yourself of your destiny. When you do a good job of really analyzing this first step, the ability to know what right action is becomes pretty clear. And the next stage that happens though, if let's just say what becomes clear is that you need to break up with them, is fear can arise. The fear of the uncertainty, of the unknown. And if you feel fear arise, I want you just to acknowledge it and acknowledge that it's there. I want you to give yourself compassion. I want you to say to your soul and to your body, don't worry, there's nothing to fear. Everything is going to be absolutely okay. Something better is coming next. Something that we really needed and something we're really excited about. We don't know what that is yet, but we have faith and trust, and we believe that all things are working for the good of us.